Hi dear friends, welcome back to my channel Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health. If you don't know me, my name is Anastasia Ovarova. I'm qualified practicing pelvic floor physiotherapist with over 10 years experience in female, male and children. I work here in beautiful, already sunny Cyprus and also online. And in my channel I share all things pelvic health, and sometimes it can be in relation to post-pregnancy, sometimes it can be pelvic health in general, sexual health, some of the male pelvic health and so on. Today I will talk about essential tips for pelvic floor, absolutely essential in preparation for menopause, and especially when it comes to pelvic health. There can be mental health and menopause, a very important part, which is kind of interlocked and interrelated as well to pelvic health, menopause and nutrition, weight management. Today I would like to give you 4 essential tips about your pelvic floor, whether you are preparing for menopause, you're kind of perimenopause, or maybe you're not even there and something for your future. Maybe you want to share with your female relatives who are already there. These also might well work for you if you entered menopause, and I still believe they will be useful if you are in that post-menopausal stage where you kind of went through already menopause state. Before we begin, I would really appreciate if right now you press that like button, because it is really supporting my work. Every single like counts. Let me know in the comments what has been your menopause experience. Have you received information from your doctors, from your healthcare providers, from your female relatives, from your mother, from the internet, or you went completely in the dark and trying to figure things out as you go by yourself? If you watch this video until the end, I will give you a very important tip right in the end that is a very big question mark, exclamation mark, not even sure how to define it, but an area of big discussion. Let's call it that way. Number 1, try to learn your pelvic floor exercises before you actually hit that menopause stage. It's absolutely okay if you're right now in a menopause stage and you're like, okay, I passed the stage. Shall I give up now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But if you're someone who happened not yet to enter menopause, this is great time. Today is great time to start learning it. From my professional experience, not personal yet, I've seen women when they come right in the menopause and it's just slightly difficult for them to take all this information, all this learning, now start to change their lifestyle, adding little extra exercises. I still try not to overwhelm people with a lot of exercises, but it's great if you learn a couple of exercises, and I have a whole video, Your Daily Pelvic Floor Routine Sorted, it's called, link in the description below, that you can do 10-15 minutes a day. And if you create this habit before you go into menopause, there will be one less thing to stress about. So as your hormonal level, especially estrogen and even testosterone, declines, you will be already working on your muscles, because as those hormones decline, also the muscle thickness declines, and it applies to all the muscles, even pelvic floor muscles. So we need to have these muscles nice and strong, or as strong as we can have them. We should have a good brain-body connection. We should learn our breathing using our whole chest, our whole diaphragm. And if we have those simple basics set, we are already ahead of the game. So make sure you start your pelvic floor exercises today, whether it's you're in perimenopause or you're already menopause, and even if you're post-menopause, today is a good day to start. Tip number 2. What I would suggest, besides any physical activity you choose, to add some resistance training, resistant bands and some weights. No, you don't have to do heavy weightlifting. Even if you add 3, 4, 5 kilo dumbbells into your routines, that already will help. Because as we age, as we slowly approach to the menopause, we start losing muscle mass. Muscle mass loss happens everywhere throughout the body, including your pelvic floor. If you create a habit of working with the weights, your pelvic floor will also work along. You cannot do squats without involving your pelvic floor. You cannot do side leg kicks with some weights on your legs without involving pelvic floor. Even if you do some lifts with your arms and you keep breathing properly, your pelvic floor is still involved. So the strength training will really help your pelvic floor, help your glutes, your bottom muscles that are very close cooperators with your pelvic floor. We call them synergist muscles, muscles that work together with the pelvic floor. They help your posture. And also, as you do your weights, your abdominal and core muscles will work also harder. Just make sure you are breathing throughout your exercises, and best to start under supervision of a professional, and later on, if you wish, you can continue by yourself when you have learned your routine. Plus, there is a bonus on having more muscle mass. When you have more muscle mass, your body consumes more calories even at rest. So you will skip that phase where quite a few women complain that, oh my God, I put so much extra weight and I just felt like I couldn't control it. And I wasn't even eating more. I was eating, in fact, less. But it's also the muscle mass that is controlling that weight gain. So we don't want... We want to keep that fat mass at bay and replace it with the muscle mass as much as we can. So this will be an additional bonus to the whole journey of perimenopause and menopause. Now, I'm going to say something that will sound like self-advertisement, which in fact is, but you don't have to come to me. Of course, you can find a pelvic floor physiotherapist in your area, but I would suggest to invest at least into one session of visit of pelvic floor physiotherapist. Why not OBGYN? These guys are great, but usually pelvic floor physios are more specifically trained on the muscle function. On the muscle function, pelvic floor muscle function. OBGYNs usually, they deal more with the medical issues, and they usually are not trained unless they have a special interest and they did a special training for it. So usually they're not trained in school on in details on pelvic floor muscle functions, just a general one. However, if you find OBGYN and gynecologist who knows about these things, great as well. You can visit them as well. So invest in pelvic floor physiotherapy, at least one session, just to show you correct breathing. Make sure you do the correct engagement. Make sure there is no issues with the pelvic organ, no prolapse going on, dropping of the organs down. There is no other issues going on, and to show you how to correctly contract your muscles, how to correctly relax them in a rested state and also during the movement. And I have a lot of clients like this. They come, we discuss, we talk about how we can put the pelvic floor exercise in their existing routine. I just check them once and this is it, and they don't need to come back again. They're not somebody who have any pathology. It's just a preventative visit. And if it's difficult for you to find a pelvic floor physiotherapist, I also work online. I have a form that you can complete. It's in the description below, and we can arrange online consultation. Number 4. Something that is really, really a topic of debate, and I believe it's underestimated, and I also believe that it should be talked more about. Vaginal estrogen. Discuss vaginal estrogen with your doctor. Me, as a physiotherapist, I do not hold the right to prescribe vaginal estrogen. So what I tell my clients, it's an option. It's a very feasible option. It's an option that suits quite many women. There is a science behind it that says that vaginal estrogen, when you insert it vaginally only, it does not increase overall estrogen in your body, so it really acts locally, but it really will transform your genitalia tissues into supple, soft, functional tissues. So no burning with peeing, less UTIs, better sex, no feeling like there is a burning going around. So vaginal estrogen can be great. The most important thing is you need to start it fairly early in the perimenopause, menopause stage, because the longer you wait after menopause, the receptors of the estrogen, they kind of atrophy in your vagina, and at some point it can become less effective. This is also science proven. However, discuss and bring it up, vaginal estrogen, with your doctor. Seek for several medical opinions, see what is suitable for your case. Is it cream? Is it suppositories? See how it can work around your medical history. But don't be automatically scared from vaginal estrogen. It can really, really make a difference. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was informative for you. Let me know how was your experience with any of these things. Have you heard about them? Have you experienced them? Did you discuss it with someone, with a healthcare professional, maybe with your friends? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you back very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.